it's all up to now. I mean, we got 2 days. We've been working for 9 years. We did a great job. We had the best economy ever. We had the wall. We had everything. I built over 500 miles of wall. They don't even talk about the wall. But we had the best border, the safest border. I won't pull down my world's favorite chart because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. But my world's favorite chart, done by the Border Patrol, it said we had the safest border in the history of our country the day that I left. I shouldn't have left. I mean, honestly, because we did so well. We had such a great... Kamala, you're fired. Get out. Get out. You're fired. And as we secure our borders, we will also rescue our horrendous, you saw the numbers on Thursday, horrendous economy. Yes, it's that bad. When I got into office in January, do it now. What are you waiting for? It's all a big con. She's not going to do anything. She's incapable of doing it. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. You watch. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so much fun. It'll be nasty a little bit at times, and maybe at the beginning in particular, but it's going to be something that we're going to go to heights that this country never has reached, and nobody ever even thought it could. You're going to see things that you're not going to believe. 2025, Project 2025. I've never read it. I don't want to read it because that way I can be honest with you. I don't want to read it. Some people got together. I assume they're extremely conservative, and that's okay. Then they came up with a plan, but I told them I don't know about the plan. They had a couple of people that worked for me in the administration, I guess, or something, and they came up with some kind of a plan, and it's on the conservative side, I assume. And they keep talking about Project 2025. And I said, I don't know about it. We're winning by a lot, but, you know, you can lose by a little. You know, when you're winning by a lot, you can still lose by a little. And we can't take a chance of losing the great state of North Carolina. We're not going to lose the great state of North Carolina. On Tuesday, you have to stand up and you have to tell Kamala that you've had enough, that you can't take it anymore, that she was the worst vice president in the history of our country, that she works for the worst president in history, okay? The United States is now an occupied country. Can you imagine having to say, we're an occupied country? But it will soon be an occupied country no longer. On November 5th, 2024, it will be Liberation Day in America. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program of criminals in American history. It's going to be the largest deportation of criminals. We're going to get them out of here fast. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered, and we will put the vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of our country. And I am hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer. And I will immediately ban all sanctuary cities in the United States of America. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. They're conquering our country. We will be a free and proud nation. Once again, everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and the American dream will be back. But for that to happen, we must defeat Lion Kamala Harris. And we must stop her radical left agenda with a landslide that is too big to rig. We're going to get too big to rig. In other words, get out and vote. And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's We think it's very inappropriate for you to say, I said, why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things. I don't think so. I've come today with a message of hope for all Americans. With your vote on Tuesday, I will end inflation. I will stop the invasion of massive numbers of criminals that have come into our country. And I will bring back the American dream. We don't have the American dream. We had it. We had it. You know, we also had energy independence 4 years ago. This is all you need to know. Kamala broke it. She broke it. We will fix it. I will fix it. It'll be fixed very fast. Together we have overcome every attack, every abuse, and even 2 assassination attempts. I remember them. And now it all comes down to this. So I stand before you today as the only candidate who can rescue our economy. This is a really bad thing that's happened. From obliteration and restore it to strength, prosperity, and greatness. And if Kamala can't handle an interview with Joe Rogan, then she can't handle the presidency, and she certainly can't handle Putin and President Xi of China. She will get overwhelmed, a meltdown, and millions of people will die, perhaps. This is not a charity event. This is an election for the biggest and toughest job anywhere in the world. This is the toughest job in the world, they say. I think probably is. Do you want to lose your life savings because we put a weak and foolish woman in the White House? No. A little while ago, that brand new jobs report proves decisively that Kamala Harris and Crooked Joe have driven our economy off a cliff. And if she gets 4 more years, your family is you're never gonna recover from these stupid people, because we're being taken advantage of by every country all over the world, including our allies. And in many cases, our allies are worse than our so-called enemies, okay, on trade. Nationwide, the economy created, this is the lowest number in years, a pitiful 12,000 jobs last month. Whoa. Hundreds of thousands of jobs less than what it should be. I never heard of 12,000 jobs. That's not even believable. This week, Kamala has been comparing her political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history. And now, speaking on a call for her campaign last night, Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage. And they mean it, even though without question my supporters are far higher quality than Crooked Joe or Lion Kamala. My response to Joe and Kamala is very simple. You can't lead America if you don't love Americans. You just can't. And you can't be president if you hate the American people. And there's a lot of hatred there.